Ain't no need to trip. Ain't no need to trip. So, Dave Chappelle responds to the outrage. Let's check it out.
It's been said in the press that I was invited to speak to the transgender employees at Netflix, and I refuse. That is not true. If they had invited me, I would have accepted it, although I am confused about what we are speaking about. I said what I said, and boy, I heard what you said. My God, how could I not? You said you want a safe working environment at Netflix. Well, it seems like I'm the only one that can't go to the office anymore. I want everyone in this audience to know that even though the media frames this, that it's me versus that community, that is not what it is. Do not blame the LGBTQ community for any of this. This has nothing to do with them. It's about corporate interests and what I can say and what I cannot say. For the record, and I need you to know this, everyone I know from that community has been nothing but loving and supporting. So I don't know what all this nonsense is about. In summer 2020, when the whole world shut down, I was outside doing shows. My neighbor had a cornfield, and he let me throw shows there, and people came from all over the country. Some people came from around the world to see those shows. The best comedians on earth came to my home and broke bread with me. And we lived our lives. We found a way to keep moving forward. I made a whole documentary about it. The first night of those shows was a piece that some of you might have seen. It was called 846, and it dealt with the murder of George Floyd. This film that I made was invited to every film festival in the United States, and some of those invitations I accepted. And when this controversy came out about the closer, they began disinviting me from these film festivals. And now, today, not a film company, not a movie studio, not a film festival, nobody will touch this film. Thank God for Ted Sarandos at Netflix. He's the only one that didn't cancel me yet. To the transgender community, I am more than willing to give you an audience, but you will not summon me. I am not bending to anybody's demands. And if you want to meet with me, I'd be more than willing to, but I have some conditions. First of all, you cannot come if you have not watched my special from beginning to end. You must come to a place of my choosing and a time of my choosing. And thirdly, you must admit that Hannah Gadsby is not funny.
I had no idea that the LGBT community had so much power to destroy your career and your life. I had no idea, man. I mean, I really did. It looks like to me like there's a attack on heterosexual men, black men. Seems like black men's the only one being attacked now by the LGBT community with, heterosexual black men. You know, the baby says something, and then all of a sudden, his career is in trouble. And Dave Chappelle said something about that on his special. Then something new. I don't know if this happened yesterday or something, with Floyd Mayweather didn't want to take a picture with a guy that had nail polish on. It's like, yo, but the LGBT community is like, to me, it seems like a mob to destroy you if you don't do what they want you to do, or if you say anything that not even all of them are offended by. It only has to be a few of them. Because Dave Chappelle was saying he can't even go to the office, the Netflix office. And I want to give a big shout out to Netflix for letting him keep his stand-up up. Like, come on, man. You know? That's big. But now it comes out that he has a documentary movie. And no one wants to deal with him no more. No one wants to touch it. Like, why? What happened? I didn't hear anything hurtful in The Closer. I watched The Closer like 3 times. So I had no idea that the LGBT community had that much power to destroy him. And I want to give it to Dave Chappelle for standing up. And I didn't make any videos about Dave Chappelle with this whole situation. But now I'm like, yo, come on, man. This is ridiculous. And I think this is with him and Joe Rogan. I think they had something. And, you know, but it's like, yo, come, they're just destroying your career if you don't want anything to do with that, or if you make jokes about that, or if you say something that offends them. So that means the top of the networks are those homosexuals that are offended? I have no idea. I'm just like, yo, this is crazy to me. You know, Dave Chappelle's coming to New York City soon. I'm not going to get to see it because I didn't take the jab. But I seen Dave Chappelle in 2017 when he was at Radio City Music Hall. And I went to see him for my birthday. And I'm going to tell you, his shows are dope. I don't know if he still do them the same, but when I went to that one in 2017, they had concerts in the middle of what's going on. So say a stand-up comedian open, I think Donnell Rollins was over there, or a stand-up comedian to come on, and after he finished, then artists would come out and just start and do a show and just rip the show. Everybody was in there like, yo, it was dope, man. I wish I could go see him, but hey, New York City, they're not letting anyone indoors, you know, whatever, if you didn't take the jab. You know, that's not right, but that's how it is right now in New York City. And I'm not saying no one should do anything. Go check your doctor. But this, Dave Chappelle, like, you can't stop someone that walked away from $50 million. And he's talented. Like, Dave's a genius, man. Dave is actually my favorite comedian. He's actually my favorite comedian. I can't even lie. Dennis Patrice O'Neal. And I want to see that documentary that Dave Chappelle got. I don't care if it's $50. I want to see it. I'm willing to pay for it. And this is bad, man. Like, this is bad. But hey, listen, everybody, put God first. Let's stand with Dave Chappelle, and let's stand with him, man. Let's stand with him. I stand with him. You know, that's that. But put God first. That's it. I gotta go. I'm out. Peace.